word is me.
Can you believe that, man?
The last word.
Yeah, that's right. You got it. Last word.
Welcome back to The Last Word. My name is Owen Baxter. Thank you for tuning in. We have a great show lined up, but before we get started, won't you take the time to like, comment, and subscribe, because we want to hear from you. And we won't take any time. We want to dive deep, and we want to dive right into it. The Miami Heat. My bad boy, Jimmy B. Little bit scary there when this man came up there in the joint trying to put on the curse. You know, Kyron, I know what you're trying to do. He came up there, snuck into the stadium somehow. He brought the curse. Game 6 was a wash, you know. It was like, oh, no, they're going to lose. But then Jimmy B said, you know, enough's enough. Understand. I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to let the reporters and all the doubters know I am Michael Jordan's son. And this is what I'm going to show you. This is how we do. Jordan does not let it go to game 7. But, of course, Jimmy's not Jordan. He's a
offspring.
And, you know, the offspring is not as good sometimes. So he let it go to a 7 games. And guess what? We're all talking about it today because it was electrifying, it was exciting, and it was everything we thought it would be. Yes, the team played collectively great, but again, Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat, going off to the NBA Finals to face the Denver Nuggets. What is your take on what took place last night?
Well, like you said, I had the privilege of being in Miami for game 6. You know, I went and I tried to do my part, you know,
you did your part. You did your part.
To see Miami find a way to lose the series.
Oh.
I did my part. You know, I went. Boston won the game. Hell of an environment. 90,000 people screaming, cheering, and just like that, the sigh. Quiet as you could hear a pin drop in that building. However, anyway, shout out to the mom and not the mom, sorry, the father and daughter that I had the chance to sit beside. Real Heat fans, passionate fans, man. Whoo! If I could repeat some of the stuff they were saying,
Oh wow!
I don't think you'd have this stream today. But yeah, real fans. Hell of a game. Even leaving the building, kind of funny too. You know people are sour sometimes. Yeah. Saw one Heat fan. You know, Boston was doing their chant going through the hall. The few fans that were there, and you just see you just see the white towel rolled up. A Boston fan getting. Whoosh. You've never seen a guy pick up his pace so fast, but yeah, it was all good fun. But yeah, hell of a game to be at. Unfortunately, the Celtics couldn't pull off this historic comeback. They came close. It's crazy that they were able to get all the way back and then lose at home. Yeah. It's a tough one. I really was hoping for a Boston-Denver finals. I think it would have been a way better matchup. But Heat, they deserve this, man. They deserve this. Again, I'm still not a believer of the team's talent, but they keep proving me different, right? Jimmy B, no doubt. I have no doubt in Jimmy B. That's a man's man on the court.
That's a man's man,
all right?
There.
And that dude's legit. I wouldn't be shocked if he's covering Jokic at points in the series. That's how crazy that dude is. But I don't know, man. I can't pull myself to believe that Gabe Vincent and Martin and half in the grave Robinson. Kyle Lowry is going to be able to beat Denver in a series. And again, Denver's going to be at home. You're going to have to travel into the Mile High. Again, that altitude, we know it plays a factor, whether it's maybe just that one game, the first game or whatever, or all the games they get to play at home. It will take a little something out of the Heat, and that's an advantage to Denver right off the bat.
Well, of course, we know the Miami Heat are the underdogs, 8th seed coming in. So I think the pressure is definitely on the Nuggets. But who would have imagined this? The Miami Heat, the 8th seed. I think Pat Riley deserves Executive of the Year. The coach deserves Coach of the Year. And the players deserve to be Players of the Year. to see this team, you lose the first playing game.
Hold on there, all those awards.
Hey,
You have a revisionist history going on here.
Okay,
The Heat underachieved. They were dropping it towards the end of the season. There were some highs and there were some lows, but they kind of ended up in 7th place, lost the play-in game. Let's not act like the Heat had a great regular season. They've had a turnaround playoff season, right? In terms of their ability to shoot. What Jimmy Butler himself has improved immensely from what he was producing in the regular season. So it's been a different team.
Basketball.
This has been a different team in the playoffs.
What you don't understand is
they were a terrible 3-point shooting team in the regular season.
Remember one thing: it's 9
or not the best.
9 undrafted players are the same players that were in the regular season.
Okay.
In and out of the lineup, the line was never consistent.
Mm-hmm.
He's always had to play with undrafted players to put on the court against these professionals. And he's saying to himself, all I need to do is just get in the dance. We're not even qualified to be even 8th or 10th spot, but let me just get in the dance. And they did exactly what they shouldn't have been able to do. Got into the dance. Mm-hmm. And that's when Pat Riley gets together with the coach and they say, you know what? This is our time. Let's drop the proper game plan. We're finally healthy. We're going to the top. He gave them the confidence talk. You know how Pat Riley likes to do. He said, we're going to get to the top. That deserves coach, executive, and players of the year. Because guess what? None of those players have any egos. You don't hear them in the news. All of them fall in line. So I'm saying if Joel Embiid is able to win the MVP, which is highway robbery at this point, give these guys some imaginary awards, coach of the year, executive of the year, and players of the year. To see these guys. You
do realize these are regular season awards, right?
Hey, whatever you want to give them the playoff awards. Then make the new playoff awards. Like, come on. Give this Miami Heat team some credit. I know you'd like to talk. This one man, his name is Jimmy B. And a rest of players. Like, Bam, if you want to put him as an all-star, No. And who else? Larry, subpar. Who else? Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin. Like, who else? And this is what's representing the NBA for the finals. The world is looking at these players and says, oh, this is what the best of the best is in the NBA. Think about it. Jimmy B's spirit resurrected from the depths of Michael Jordan's heart. And here they are. They're getting themselves into gear to take this title. Like, I know it's hard to fathom. It's hard to believe. But guess what? The Miami Heat are in the finals.
Yeah,
this is a league with full of stars. You got ADs, you got the Giannis's, you got the Embiids, you got the LeBrons, the Currys, and the KDs. And guess who's at the top? Jimmy B's folding his arm and says, y'all must have forgot. The DNA are in the veins. So you guys can have your little antics and all your funny handshakes. Jimmy B doesn't play that. He doesn't skin teeth. He's just out for business. So when I'm telling you, these Denver Nuggets, they better be ready because it's not going to be no, walk in the park with your little, dog.
I don't think Miami.
Yeah, disrespect more.
Again, Denver, if one thing we know about Denver is Denver is consistent. Miami will not get that same type of highs and lows playing against Denver. Denver's going to come out and you're going to be hit with a consistent effort, a guy who can consistently just dictate a basketball game in Jokic. Okay. And then that's flamethrower in Murray.
Can I ask you a question?
It's going to be a tough series for Miami.
Can I just ask you a simple question?
Yes.
What more does Jimmy B have to do to prove to you that he's worthy? I mean, he's you've given all praise to the Boston Celtics. Uh-huh. You've given all praise to Brunson.
You let me know when you're done.
You've given all praise to the Greek freak. Like, when does Jimmy get some respect? Because what I'm hearing from you is a whole lot of disrespect. Come on, just give it to him.
Coming from the guy with the championship ring on his finger.
Hey, you know it is.
I would expect that you, of all people, would be saying the respect cometh when the title cometh. What? All right? Would you be sitting here talking about Jordan and everything is equated to Jordan, but yet we want to put a guy on a pedestal for making to a finals? That sounds absolutely bizarre.
Okay. You know what?
Maybe Jimmy could just buy a fake ring like you have and walk around town with it and say, yes, I'm a champion too. Okay? I didn't win a championship, but I'm a champion.
You got a point there.
Just buy the ring and you're in. All right.
Well, okay, guess what? We're just talking about probabilities right now, okay? Jimmy does not have the ring, but he's on his way to the ring. I'm just asking you, because you've just thrown a lot of disrespect on the man's name. I'm just asking you, does he deserve any respect for bringing a team of nobodies to the finals?
Yes.
Does he deserve?
He does. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Just like LeBron did for many years with Cleveland, right? But when we talk about LeBron, you definitely don't want to acknowledge those, right?
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
Because again, hey, LeBron did it for years with those Cleveland duds, dragging those Boobie Gibsons and Verjaus to finals. All right? But you didn't want to credit LeBron for those. So you know what?
You're
Until you win the ring, right?
Ain't nothing but a thing.
That's right.
All right, Jimmy B. Well, guess what? He actually has a point. We only respect titles around here. But I'm going to give some respect to the body of work. So I'm going to say, please do your best to keep on keeping on. And we know that if you keep on doing what you're doing, this title, one of these bad boys, is just on the horizon for you. So keep on doing. I believe he's not a believer. He actually went all the way down to Miami to try to curse you and stop you from trying to get one of these bad boys. But believe in yourself. Believe in the Heat. And we're going to see who is the better team at the end of the day.
You're lucky I didn't have a chance to go into Boston to finish him off, but